guys, how's it going? So we're up to, I brought a Mcculloch with me that I got from Darcy. I did a trade deal, I can't remember what it was. Some Echoes, I think, 500s or something for this certain Mcculloch. It's a 710 auto, in case you're wondering. I've just run it for a bit now. I had to tune it, obviously. I put a brand new rope in it this morning before I left home because it was only probably 2 foot long. The rope, I forgot I got to finish doing the rakers. I just was tuning it now, taking some bark off the tree because I forgot to bring my axe with me. And if you've ever worked on these, or any of these vintage Mccullochs before, the spindle that activates the starter pulls goes through the rope pulley, and it's got a screw in it, in this case bolt. When I replaced the rope, I lost the little pin that goes through the rope, but I found a screw the same size. Did it all up. I had to change the spring because the spring was broken. So it's wearing a spring now out of a 1010S or the 700 with the black starter assembly. I've just tuned it now, switched it off, and the rope was out a little bit. I thought, what's going on here? So I turned the switch back on and went to pull it, and it just locked in place. That little run put enough heat into the flywheel to send it up that spindle, obviously, because it was touching the pulls. Now I just had to do that nut, or the bolt, up completely. If I can angle yours down. I didn't have the 5/16 with me. Lucky I had kids that thought about me at Father's Day a couple of years ago. They bought me a little toolkit. I've got an 8mm here with the screwdriver handle. I could nip that up. New rope. As you can see, 600 series pull start handles. I like them. Those, the correct type, hurt my hands. So I'm just doing a little bit of repairs out in the field. I realise I haven't done one for a good while. This is a 710 repainted. As you can see, there was no paint. And this is the only 2-pack, oh, wrong screw. It's actual 2-pack paint that's supposed to be fuel resistant. This blue, the blue stuff, I like it. When I do these screws up, I'll give you a look at the muffler cover. I'm actually inclined to think it's actually a whole muffler because it's all the same colour. It's got a good note to it. It actually helps the saw. I've just had a rev of it now. Had to do a retune, as you know. Fuel cap leaks. There you go, there's the muffler. Pretty sick. Obviously want a hole in the clutch cover at some stage. That obviously had no paint on it as well. It has had the that's a rubber tank gasket, obviously from Pro Line or NOS. Could be NOS, but that's a cork. So now I've got to do a few rakers. I'll just let that evaporate. Oh, actually, how much did it leak out now? I've still got enough to, yeah, I've got enough to make a couple of cuts. Mcculloch parts are hard to come by here. Well, generally speaking. If you're not looking for them, that's when they show up, and when you don't need them, that's when they pop up. When you need them, you can't find them. I'll have to get a rag and sit on that fuel, I think. Lucky I've got a couple in the car. So, I'm impressed with the 610. Oh, well, I was impressed with it the maiden voyage. Look at that. So I've already done these ones. I'll roll the chain back to... So this is there's one filing left in this chain. I've done a fair amount of teeth before I left home. I'm up to... I think I've only got 2 to go. Look at that. I just did that, I didn't even feel it. Can you see it there? Look, just took it. Oh no, I've got... That one's been done, that one's possibly not been done. No. So this is a proper raker file. It's pretty worn, so it takes a while to file it down. See how it grabs? Hang on, I'd like to put this down one more, I think. Drop those little legs. I've got to get me a decent tripod. That's only a $10 one from eBay. I need the one with the big heavy duty legs. I file the rakers from the one side. Still grabbing a bit. Done. Shorts. Now I've got the chaps on the front of my legs, so I can feel them sweating. The file doesn't file this actual plate down. This is hardened spring steel. It's a shame they discontinued them, if you ask me. Oh no, I'll get stuck into it and catch us back at the log in a jiffy. Hooroo. Back again, guys. I had more than I thought. Stuffed myself up doing those few. When I first turned the camera on, I thought I was finished, and then I'll turn the chain around a little bit, and I still found more. So I'm hoping there's not much more of this. Where are we here? So I've got a third of a bar to go, I suppose. We'll just get stuck into it and do it. We'll be right. Doesn't take long. Just stretches the lumbar muscles out, that's all, because I'm bending hunched over. Yep, get stuck into it, back in the tiffy. Okay guys, let's see how she goes now. I've got to do a little bit of fine tuning. Finicky. Probably hasn't been run for a long time. When I got it, I started it, tried to do a tune, then the spring snapped. So that chain's no good. And it's not oiling the bar for some unknown reason, it's dripping down here. So I might strap that 18" on it that was on the 610 and try it again later. Back with the next one, hooroo.